Alright, folks, trying to get it together. But like I was saying, how America will become a prison is because of the fact that denied of passports. Now, like I said, high taxes, job losses, etc. By being that, people, of course, is gonna create riots, whole lot of riots. People is gonna be just America will be just like Mexico is right now. There's a whole lot of riots, bombing in streets, etc. Because people are trying to break free out of this environment and they're being locked in, being denied the right to get a passport. So therefore they have no other choice but to deal with the conflicts and the violence that take place in this country. So when those riots occur, of course it's going to be like the assassination of Martin Luther King and JFK, riots and bombing everywhere. Then so many hate coats and coalitions that started developing in this country against Obama, somebody will try to take Obama out. So this is going to cause more riots and more chaos in this country. So all this chaos and all the riots that shall occur will result in a whole lot of arrest. So the prisons would be filled up. So if the prisons are filled up, but yet you have prisons that can only hold a few thousand people or a few hundred in some cases, but you have thousands, almost millions of people within this country rioting all over the country, where else would you put them? Where else would you put those rioting people, those rebellious people? I believe you will put them in concentration camps. Concentration camps. That's where you will put a lot of people who are rioting. Concentration camps. So that's where it comes in as far as it leading to the concentration camps. Also, I forgot to mention insurance policies. Of course, government capitalize off insurance policies. You paying out money, they get taxes off that. So that's why they created the insurance, where you can get insurance on practically anything. Boat, car, your kneecap, it don't matter. Long as it can create revenue for the government. So the insurance policies, student loans, loans at banks, auto loans, all to create debt, to create revenue, to create taxes, to create capitalism. Yeah. So, for those of you who have been wondering as far as with the FEMA concentration camps, how are they going to end up trying to put us in some concentration camps? You don't see how that's possible, or there's some type of conspiracy theory. Just broke it down for you. With you being possibly a terror suspect, you probably holding back taxes, or males and females, but majority males, back child support, or you got a lot of felonies, or at least one or two felonies. They're gonna try to find anything to try to keep you in this country, to keep a majority of the masses that live in this country locked in this country, where you cannot escape. You won't be able to escape because you have no passport. Not unless you're trying to do like a lot of the so-called illegal immigrants that's coming over to this country, which really is rightfully their land because they are the Native Americans, or a portion of Native Americans that have been pushed up out of this country during the great time of the Trail of Tears. A lot of the Indians went south, some went north, but a majority went south, but another story. So, people, that's why I call this one elaboration. Kind of elaborate on open your eyes. Elaborate. This is what's leading to the FEMA camps. All these different riots will occur in America. America will go in complete chaos. Right now, all these job losses is only the start. It's only a start of what's to come. It will be complete chaos in this country. Because the denying of passports, people cannot escape because they probably think you're a terror, so-called terror suspect, or these many other reasons. They can deny you a passport so you can't leave the country. Will cause a person to go nuts. Go nuts because they're in an environment they cannot escape from. So some people will crack. Some people will crack and say, forget this, breaking in stores, bombing, just like what happened during the 1964 to 65 civil rights movement. You know, the blacks were sick and tired of being in this constricted environment, this limited environment, where they end up causing a riot. They got ticked off. They got tired of being in it. They got tired of being restricted all the time. So it caused car bombs, breaking in stores, especially after the assassination of Martin Luther King. It was like a fed up. I'm fed up with this. Now it's not dealing with blacks in particular no more, or the fight for integration anymore, where blacks was causing all types of chaos wherever they could to send a message. You know, we sick and tired of this restricted environment. Now it's going to be both black and white combined together against the government. First it was black against white, now it's going to be black and white against the government, or Americans against the government. So not only is it going to be like it was during the 1964 civil rights movement, but not black and white. We sick and tired and fed up with the government, or just an American citizen period. We sick and tired of and fed up with the government. How they doing away with our money. They doing away with the money, trying to tax us on everything, trying to make a profit off us, using us like we some sheep or some mules. We ain't nothing but mules in the eyesight of the government, where they just try to attach as many people as they can onto the wagon to pull the weight of this country. Nothing but mules. So it's going to be a fed up. So all over the country, people are going to get fed up. This is coming, people. It is going to happen. It will be complete chaos in this country. It will happen. Mark my words. It will happen. So I'm trying to prepare you and trying to teach and educate those who wish to know the truth and wish to learn how is these things possible and what to prepare for. But as long as you keep seeing stuff like AIG, long as the war where our troops are steady getting killed off, where our military is getting weakened each year, the military is getting killed off by the hundreds and thousands. Our military is getting weakened. This country is very vulnerable for attack. Very vulnerable, but they claim Obama is trying to make the country vulnerable when the country already been vulnerable before Obama stepped on the scene. Bush made the country vulnerable by allowing those troops to get killed off and stay in Iraq. If you watch the movie W, matter of fact, I encourage people to go get a copy of the movie W. And there will be a particular scene where Josh Brolin, I believe his name, is acting out with Dick Cheney, Colin Powell, and all of them. The actors acting like them are saying or coming together on how they gonna do the surge. That's basically what they was in one scene, coming together how they gonna do the surge. And the guy was playing Dick Cheney. He said, we go to Iraq and we stay. Cause the guy playing Colin Powell said, well, what is the exit strategy? And the guy playing Dick Cheney said, there is no exit. We stay. So the plot is we stay. The plot and plan is to stay over there in Iraq until we take over Iraq. That was the initial plan of Bush. That's why they was kind of doing an autobiography on Bush when they made the movie W. So that's the whole plan, is stay over there until we take over Iraq so we can take over that oil. Then it also showed on the movie where they had plans and plots to mess with Iran. So they giving you an outline of Bush's term, of Bush's policies, what he was trying to set up, what he was trying to have done during the time of his administration when he was president, or what him and his administration was doing. So trying to keep your eyes open, people, on the reality and the truth. It will lead to chaos.